Welcome back, Three Course Diners. It is your girl Amada back with Tom and Dan for our long-awaited comeback for the Three Course Meal Pants Optional podcast. We are so happy to be back and take you for another ride.
Here we
Three
go.
Course Meal Pants Optional podcast starts now.
Welcome to the Three Course Meal Pants Optional podcast. This podcast contains adult language, so listener discretion is advised.
Yeah, it's been a fucking minute, as the kids say.
Oh, it's
I miss what was the last one? Was it March or February? I think it was February, right?
Oh, it was cold.
I think it was
that
March.
could be either
like
month.
The first week of March. It might have been like the first week of March.
Right?
Could have been February.
Yeah, I think that's right.
It was a long time ago.
No, I think it might have been the first week of March. Yeah, months have passed.
Yes.
Months have passed.
Seasons have passed.
Seasons have changed.
Yeah. I mean, it was like snowing
yeah,
last time we did this. You guys were buried in snow, and now you're sweltering in heat.
Now I have my air conditioning running full blast right now. Yeah.
I mean, that's not really true. The snow has melted, but it does get really chilly here in Cleveland.
Yeah.
So,
well, that's because you picked a shitty state to live in. But
that's a good point. That's a good point.
They say things about Jersey. So,
hey, listen,
yeah, it's garbage. But
let's talk about Florida for a second. No, let's not talk about Florida. Let's not talk about Florida.
Well, you know what though? Let's all, no matter what state we're in, things are kind of back to normal.
Yes, that's very true.
Yes, things are getting back to normal.
But of course, now as things are back to normal, a variant arises.
Yes.
That
not the variant in Loki. Not that type of variant.
No.
We're talking
not a multiverse.
We're talking COVID-21 or whatever we're
Delta.
call it.
Maybe it is
Delta.
Nah, I think we're done. I think it's done either way. It's been nice to get back to normal. I went to Stagehouse and it was completely normal. No mask. You could stand on the patio and be near
touch each
people.
other.
Yeah. Touch each other.
I'm not going to
sneeze
lie.
on each other.
Breathe down a girl's neck.
Yeah.
That's
not that I would know. But my fear is that if we ever get back to that again, it's going to cause a civil war. Like that's if there was ever something that's going to cause a civil war, it's if we had another pandemic. I feel like that would.
Yeah.
I feel like that would be the end of it. You'd have some people.
But I think that's why I think the governments just know at this point, like they're not going to listen if we try this shit again. So just get fucking vaccinated and just do your thing, whatever. But yeah, so it's a lot's happened. I don't know. I'm just more stressed than I was a few months ago. That's really it.
Yeah, I mean,
because you're not cooped up at home.
Here's the thing for me, and I'll open up to all our followers out there. Obviously, I know you remember back in January, my mother passed away, and it was hard for me, and I went through a lot. And obviously, Amada and Tom were very supportive of that. And I needed some time to get my head right, but now we're back, and I honestly feel like I am the best I've been in years. So I'm really happy that they kind of it's these two that kind of took it. They know I love doing the show, but at some point it was like they needed to stop me and tell me, hey, fix yourself before we get back. And now we're back, and I am, like I said, I feel the best I've felt in years, easily. So thank you guys for being awesome. And
I think everyone was. We were all kind of burnt out too. We all had things going on in our lives, and but I missed you guys. That's what it comes down to.
Missed you guys too. And
Amada,
hold on. Let's keep that energy of having our lives back together and our mental state back together, because guess who else has their shit back together?
Oh,
who?
It's Britney, bitch.
Britney, bitch.
Ooh, it's Britney, bitch. And I think we're going to talk about Britney in some tasty topics.
So,
Homegirl.
I don't know that much about her. So you guys,
You don't?
I told you who I'm following on Freeing right now, and we'll get to that later.
Yeah, well,
but I'll chime in.
Well.
There's a lot of tasty topics to get to. You know, we haven't done this in 4 months, and we're really only covering the last week or so. But with Britney, I think we need to go a little further back. We didn't really talk about Britney much, you know, in the last go around.
Yeah.
And she's been going through a lot. You know, Amada, you are probably the source on this, so I'm gonna turn it over to you.
Okay.
And I want you to kind of give us a recap, and we'll talk about what's going on today, and you know where we're going, because it's Britney, bitch.
All right. It's Britney, bitch. First tasty topic. Britney's freedom. For the last, 13 years, she's been in this conservatorship run by her father.
Jamie
And
fucking
she
Spears.
finally came.
Wait, Jamie's the dad, right? Jamie's not the
Jamie's the dad.
sister.
Jamie
Well,
Lynn
Jamie
is
Lynn.
the sister. Yes.
The sister has this. I never realized that. All right,
Yeah.
anyway.
She's a piece
Lynn
of
is
shit,
her
too.
mom's name.
Jamie,
Yeah, they're all
Lynn's a piece of
ex.
shit, too. But
Yeah.
anyway,
Doesn't she have a brother too?
Brian,
Yes.
Okay.
right? Brian Spears,
Yes.
maybe.
Okay.
And I think they just say what they have to say and to move on. But you know, Britney finally spoke up about she was allowed to speak in court on her behalf of how things have been, why she needs to get out of this, how mentally fucked up it's making her even worse. And she was now granted today to get her own lawyer. So
Yeah,
she
Brit.
actually went on the gram and hashtagged her own Free Britney. And I'm so happy for her.
I am too. I think
She's it.
you know
She does.
Britney has a very special place in my heart. I was always a Britney Spears fan. You know, Baby One More Time for me was obviously the videos part of my awakening.
I'm not gonna lie.
Becoming Dan.
It was
But,
awakening wise, it was Oops, I Did It Again.
Well, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
My kids love
But
it.
song wise, Lucky's my jam.
Lucky is a jam.
Anyway.
But Britney has always been a special person to me. I've always followed her career. I've followed her music. I've always really kind of liked her. I thought she kind of, represented something that nobody else really had before. And I know Pete's show has got a lot of comparisons to Madonna, but she was kind of her own thing. She was like she was like what Debbie Gibson would have been if Debbie Gibson didn't, fizz out in the 80s. So I think Britney was kind of like the first one that really took that out as a full career. And I've always followed her. I've always been, but in the past couple of years, things just seemed a little awry. And then when all these documentaries started coming out, like what was it? What was the Framing Britney? Was it Framing Britney Spears, or was it I forget? But there was the Britney
Something
Spears
like that.
A bunch
documentary
of them are
on FX, and that really kind of brought some eyes to it. And the Free Britney movement has been growing and huge, and I'm in total support of it. She's a once in a lifetime performer, and she says she won't perform again until she's free. So you know what?
As she shouldn't. Yeah.
But
And
Free Britney.
it's such a big deal that Republicans and Democrats agree on it.
Yep.
Like that. No, seriously. Honestly, that's the only thing I saw today when I looked it up. It was Republicans and Democrats agree on Britney, and I was like, all right, hey, fuck it. If you find
it unites
something
the world?
yeah, go for it.
You know
Yeah.
what? COVID
But-
might drive us apart, but Britney will bring us together, and that's
But
what
Britney brings it all back.
Britney brings it all
But
back.
yeah, I mean, I do feel for her. Like, all jokes aside, I mean, like, she fucking, this poor girl, like, she's slaving away fucking performing. Like, that's a grueling thing to perform in Vegas all the time. And she's not even, like, fucking reaping the benefits of it. They, like, I think they give her, like, I forget, I read something about how much she gets, like, a week, and it's, like,
She gets,
absurd.
like
Like, an absurdly small
stipend.
amount.
She gets like a little allowance, and it's
Yeah.
I get that.
Like, she has like
went-
as much money as I have to play with a week, and it's not a lot.
Well, to be honest with you, she kind of looked like you do, back when this all went down.
I mean,
She
I'm
shaved
still
her
a little
head.
offended that she left
Yeah.
the bald gang. She left the
Right.
bald gang, and I'll
So-
never forgive that. But
So maybe it's
Yeah.
just when you're bald, you have an allowance of like $1,200 a week. Like
that's it.
That's
You get.
it.
They know. They're like, you don't need hair products. Chill out.
Yeah,
Like,
you need a curling iron? No.
The last time she
no.
was on anything was in 2016.
What do you mean on
So she was
anything?
like
drugs?
reported any.
Oh,
No.
I really thought that's what you meant.
Last time she was
Just
on
asking.
anything. Last time she was.
Sorry, my bad.
No, I
Reported anything.
Yes. So she
Okay.
did. So, last thing on Britney, I don't want to take up too much time, but recently she actually re-released her album and she did a song with Backstreet Boys on it. So if you want to hear that,
nice.
there is a duet
Cute.
between Britney and the Backstreet Boys that was released. It's not good. It's not good. I don't want you guys to get your hopes up, but it's still it's a piece of nostalgia. It feels good. So.
I want a Britney Spears and Justin Timberlake duet.
No, that's never happened.
That never happened, but it'd be
That's
really
never
cool.
happened.
But moral of the story:
Never
three-course
say
meal.
never.
Well, that's true. But 3-course meal, we support you, Britney.
Free
Free
Britney.
Britney!
Yeah.
Alright, so speaking of people we support, I kind of want to, I want your guys' take on this.
Oh.
So, this week, Conor McGregor, the man with the biggest mouth in sports, had a fight against Dustin Poirier, which was the third fight. It was supposed to be the tiebreaker. Not long into the fight, he stepped back and clean broke his leg, literally just snapped. So it was called a TKO, and they awarded the decision to Poirier, who, Conor McGregor from the ground was literally, yelling into the microphone, "I'm in your wife's DMs," and things like that, because he never knows when to shut the fuck up. But also, the thing that kind of shocked me, I don't know if you guys are into UFC or if you're into MMA at all, or I don't think you can really avoid this guy. He's pretty much everywhere. But there was a lot of people talking about him on social media, and one person, I can't remember who exactly it was, but they said, Conor McGregor, this was proof that good always defeats evil, and saying Conor McGregor's evil was a little much. But what do you guys think? What's your take on Conor?
First of all, I don't even know who the fuck this kid is. So
You don't know who Conor McGregor is? No. Are you fucking kidding me?
Who the fuck is that guy?
Are you serious? It's the guy who fucking says that.
The guy who says, "Who the fuck is that guy?"
Oh my god.
That's why I made it. That's why I made it a point. That's literally why I made it a point to put him in the show. Like we're
really back.
I fucking quit.
We've been playing clips of this guy for almost a year.
Oh my god.
Why did I think it was somebody else? I didn't know.
I don't know. Were you thinking like Jake Paul or something?
No.
Oh,
I forgot
God.
he was a fighter. I thought he played another sport. I forgot he was a fighter. My bad.
You thought he was just a whiskey salesman?
Yeah. Dropping number 12.
Because he does have a whiskey, yeah.
I hate myself.
Well, never mind. We'll skip Amada's take on this. I think he is an annoying has-been at this point. I think.
Crying.
I know. Everyone's crying inside right now. Actually,
We're like 8 minutes in and you're already crying. This is awesome. This is gonna be a great comeback. We're there.
She just, who the fuck is that guy? The who the fuck is that guy? Oh wow.
I hate myself. All right, go on.
So, yeah, I just think I think he's just annoying at this point, honestly. And honestly, I was surprised that he went to that level because he got all like I think one of the Paul brothers was like talking shit about McGregor's wife. And he like got pissed about it, but then he's doing the same shit. And it's like, dude, and now he's like losing left and right too. It's like, all right, like I'm over it. Just sell the whiskey and be someone that Amada doesn't know who you are, even though she should.
Exactly.
Yeah. I don't know.
My bad.
I'm over it. That's all right. Well, now I'm concerned that you don't know who the next person we're talking about is.
I do know who the next person is.
You know who that is, but you don't know who McGregor is.
I know who the fuck that guy is.
All right. So Drake, not that Drake.
Not that Drake.
Not
Amada knows that Drake. He's very well versed in that Drake. different Drake.
Oh,
Not Aubrey Drake Graham, but
not Soldier Boy Drake. No, not that one.
Not Jimmy in the wheelchair.
Jimmy.
So Drake from Drake and Josh, also voiced Spider-Man in some of the Spider-Man cartoons, was convicted of juvenile endangerment or something along that line, or child endangerment. He's a pedo. He's a pedo.
Yes, and that was
and he
in
got
Cleveland.
probation.
Yeah,
But he got probation. 2 years of probation. This is a great
Cleveland
year. Great year
give
for
a
sexual predators. Great year for them. But first Cosby, now Drake. They're doing great. I'm just waiting for Jared Fogle to fucking get released now.
You know who that is, right, Amada?
No.
The Subway guy.
Oh, that's right. Didn't he already get convicted?
Oh yeah, he's in jail for a long time.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like the way it's going, that Mount Rushmore of pedophiles is going to be fucking roaming the. Actually, wait.
But
I'm sorry. Cosby's not a pedophile.
Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! We're gonna get to
He's
this
an
in a
adult
couple
rapist.
minutes. We're gonna get to this in a couple minutes, but apparently you can be convicted, and your sentence can actually be tossed out, and you can be resentenced. So, we're gonna talk about that in a couple of minutes.
But yeah. So fuck you, Drake. Josh, we're still cool.
Josh is cool. It's like Josh getting married and not inviting Drake.
Yeah, I think so.
And now I
he
know
must have
why.
known.
Now,
he probably knew.
You're a fucking kitty touching piece of shit.
Yeah,
come to my
keep
wedding.
him away from
I
the
think
flower
Drake
girl.
also, he just had a child, I think.
Did he?
That just happened. Yeah.
Well,
weird.
You know what?
Anyway, moving on.
Josh, you the man.
Yeah, Josh, you're cool. And then we have an inspiring story, according to Rolling Stone, of billionaire Richard Branson hurtling himself into space.
Yeah.
Because apparently that's the thing now. If you're a billionaire now, you're racing to get to space before the other billionaire.
Well, it's ghetto here, so.
So here's the thing
It is ghetto here.
And obviously everybody's always talking about what rich guys can go to space, but the funny thing is, and I forget who pointed this out, and I apologize, I'm not quoting anybody, but if a rich person wanted to go to space and stay there, they would need to bring an entire ecosystem of poor people to work so they could live there. So they would need people to work in production. They'd need people to work in, stores. They work. So if a rich person wanted to stay in space, so really they're in a race. All these rich people, Bezos with his company, and then you got Elon Musk, and you got they're trying to be the first billionaire in space to say they were the first billionaire in space. There's no long-term there's no long-term strategy to it. Literally,
Oh well, actually no, I think there is.
Okay.
Well, with two of them, with Branson and with Elon, I think the goal is to start space tourism, and that was the first, because it's called Virgin. Branson, because he owns the Virgin company.
Oh, he does. He does.
Yeah, he owns the Virgins. No, I forgot what it was called. Virgin Galactic.
It was such a dope
like
record store when it was.
It was. But yeah, so I think the whole goal of those two is this is the stepping stone to starting space tourism, which I'll never partake in. Because space scares the shit out of me.
I will tell you this, and I know this is something that we talk about a lot on our podcast and just in life. Virgin is launching a cruise line. I think they just launched it this year, and it's adult.
Dope.
No kids allowed. So
that makes sense.
When Seacourse meal
is it naked?
And I mean, could be. Anyway,
I would call it Virgin with the tagline, "Will you leave as one?"
Never in a million years.
But
you could be the captain.
Yeah.
Ahoy!
But yeah, so they I'm the captain now. But yeah, so I guess congratulations to another rich guy doing a rich guy thing.
Dope.
Speaking of Tom, I want you to congratulate. Keep the congratulations train rolling. Who else deserves congratulations, Tom?
Are we talking about our boy?
It's about that time, ain't it not?
Well, we're skipping our girl.
Oh yeah, you're right.
We're skipping our girl, but we could skip her really.
Yeah, we'll
really
save that
care.
for Chris.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that works. Okay,
Yeah.
so let's get to our boy. You all know, we're big fucking fans of the King, Joe Exotic, and there's big news in Tiger King world today. So Joe Exotic is getting his original sentence thrown out, and they're going to re-sentence him because what happened was they let Carol fucking Baskins be present in the court even though she was listed as a witness, which is apparently not allowed. So because of that technicality, he's staying in jail for the moment, but they are going to try him, sentence him again, but they're going to combine the two, so he'll probably get a shorter sentence. So the road to freedom is there, and he needs it right now. He needs some good news because my man's going through heartbreak.
Yeah, he did.
Because
what's the
Drake Bell gets probation, and Joe Exotic has to get a redo.
That's what I'm saying. He didn't touch a kid.
No. But what was his boyfriend's name? Dylan. So the Joe
shit.
Exotic news. We're talking today, but earlier this week it came out that Dylan decided to move on, and he didn't let anybody know. He just showed up and started dating somebody new.
Oh, they had been separated. They had been. I don't like how much I know about all this actually right now.
Yeah.
But
Tom,
they've been
Tell
separated. They've been separated for months. Okay, so they're separated now.
Quickly.
But now the bigger news is that he actually has a new man now, Dylan. But my man Joe, not being one to play second fiddle, said, all right, well, fuck you then. I got a dating competition coming, son. And it's for gay and straight men. And then there's one for women that they could go shopping with him. So Amada, you're
that might be
shopping with.
You got to go shopping with Joe. Yeah. So
he needs a makeover.
you can meet him too. And I guess I can enter since it's for straight men too. And
can too.
Here's the thing. Me and Tom probably don't stand a chance of winning, right? Let's be honest. We're not going to win. And plus, I don't know if I really want to win that contest. I don't know if I want to beat you in that way. But if you can win a contest where you go shopping with Joe and me and Tom just happen to tag along, that could be like game changer. So we're going to sign you up. You don't have to do anything.
Okay.
I'll even animate you. Like you don't even need to do anything. But we're going to win this contest as you. And me and Tom are going to tag along. What do you think?
Okay. We are a package deal.
Yeah. So let's enter you then.
Yeah, you're
I'm being serious.
No, we're not doing this. And we'll follow the exploits every week on this show.
Go for it.
We're gonna have an update, making sure that everybody knows.
It'll be
what happens.
The biggest crossover of the summer: 3-course meal and Tiger King.
Wow.
3-course king. But
Ooh,
yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Very nice.
But yeah, so we kind of changed things around for all of you who have listened before, and we're going right from the appetizers to the main course this time. We want to get into the steak,
the nitty gritty.
Yeah, the steak and
meat.
potatoes.
Let's dive into summer, baby.
Dinner is served.
Let's dive into summer because it is indeed summer.
It is.
So I'm gonna throw out my classic line. I hate summer. Yeah.
I would have never expected that.
Yeah, it's uncomfortable. I get sunburned and I don't tan. I just peel and I'm white again. And so I fucking hate it. The only good thing about it is my birthday. That's it.
And naked hose.
I mean, I don't see any of that. But but no. Oh wait, and Zach's birthday. Actually, more
Zach's
important.
birthday, that's more important. That's the that's the reason we're all here. To be honest.
Yeah, Zachy boy's birthday. Yeah, we didn't do this for us. We did it for him.
He asked for it.
This is Zach's show.
This is it. Even though he's not on camera anymore.
I came over that one time, and he attacked me, and he loved me so much that he said he asked you. He's like, "Where's Dan been?" And you were like, "Yeah, well, things are going on." He's like, "I need you back. I need you guys back." And
yeah, we gotta get the gang back together.
This one's for you.
He's the Scooby to our Mystery Inc.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so I hate summer. That I'll just start off with that. But
okay.
What about you guys?
Well, I love summer because I deal with the freezing cold winters next to the Lake Erie. So I love summer, but this summer has been like chilly up here. It's been raining and chilly. It hasn't been that great. But I did go to Disney, and I had to, we booked that trip 2019, November 2019. And finally got to go this June, and it was worth all of the waiting. It was so fun. I wish I could go back right now.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
Of course. Yeah.
How about you, Dan?
So, Tom hates summer. Amada loves summer. I fall right in the middle, which is kind of how we usually do things.
Okay.
I can go both ways. Now, you guys know I live in Florida now, and Florida is summer year round. So
it's just a year-long summer,
yeah. Yeah, it's 81 degrees on Christmas Day, and you're just like, so. To me, summer has kind of.
Well, it's also 81 degrees.
Yeah.
It's 81 degrees sometimes here in the winter. So.
Yeah, well,
it has been.
It's
really?
And you're breaking up. You're kind of breaking up.
I'm breaking up.
I hear.
How about now? So.
I hear you fine.
I'll be honest with you.
The whole time.
I'll be honest with you. I like summer. I really do. I think there's a lot of cool things that happen in summer. To me, music and concerts, now that they're coming back, that's huge. I love concerts.
That's a good point.
I love the summer movie releases, which this year was kind of thrown off there. So to me, there's a lot of entertainment value in summer that you don't get the rest of the year. And
True.
I like a lot of those things. I like the outdoor festivals and things of that nature. But summer to me, in Florida, it's kind of lost its magic only because I don't want to be out in the summer. I don't want to be out when it's 110 degrees. I'd rather be out when it's in the 90s and the high 80s. And those are the temperatures. Once it gets past a certain point, because the Florida humidity punches you in the face like a giant fucking fistful of moisture when you walk out the door. But I do love, like I said, a lot of the things that summer brings, I'm happy with. So if it was a little cooler, I think I'd be a little happier. But a lot of the things, like I said, the concerts and the movies and the things that really define what summer is, I think that's the stuff that I truly appreciate.
Totally.
That's fair. And baseball.
Yeah.
Oh,
baseball.
Yes.
I forgot about that. And
yes,
it's kind of going all right so far. But
Tom had some good. He had a good run the other night on the home run derby. That was a good show.
Yeah, and I went to a doubleheader too last weekend.
You did,
and they won.
Nice.
Yeah, they won one of the games, so that was nice. But they're in first place. But I'm still bitching because I know the wheels are gonna fall off and whatever. Because I'm just a miserable fuck. But anyway, but no, go ahead. No,
I was gonna say, Tom is a Mets fan. My entire family, besides me, is Mets fans. And for so many years, as a Yankees fan, I've just been able to laugh at them and be like, you know what, sucks to be you.
And everybody's
getting their revenge this year. It's been a rough year for me, in particular, and I do like seeing the Mets do well, and it's kind of to me
like the underdogs.
Exactly. You can't hate on it. Obviously, it's kind of the antithesis of the Yankees and the Red Sox and those perennial winners. And obviously, you had the Braves for all that time that were showing up, and there's a lot of people in this Eastern area that have been perennial contenders. And to see the Mets get back in there, I'm happy for the people in my life that are Mets fans.
Yeah, it's nice. And I appreciate that sentiment. Even my aunt texted me. She's a big Yankee fan during the Subway series like a week or two ago. And she was like, I'm so sorry I ever made fun of you. I was like, it's okay. I forgive you.
I started a new job recently, and I'm in training right now. And the guy that I'm working with, we both got hired same day. We both started together. We've been doing all the training together. He is a Red Sox fan. And tomorrow starts. All right. Tomorrow starts the 4
That's right. Yeah, they're
Red
playing.
Sox series. And, we've gotten along really well the first 3 days of work. I don't know how it's going to last tomorrow, but I'm hoping that we can.
You're going to hate each other by Monday.
I'm hoping we can pull through. I'm hoping we can have some type of mutual respect by Monday when we show back up.
Hopefully.
I was watching The Nanny today because that's my favorite show ever.
Yeah.
And there was this episode where the dad was going to take the son to a Mets game. And he was like, come on, we'll go see how the real pros play. And the kid was like, or the Mets.
Oh, man.
That was what?
And that was a long time ago. That's funny. Yeah.
Well, people have been saying this in 62 when they came into the scene. So it's, fuck the Mets. But all right. So summer, everyone's got that memorable summer, like Sandy and Danny did in Greece, that summer of love. But I mean, it doesn't have to be about love, but do you guys have a summer that always pops in your head when you think of summer?
So I'm sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, I don't even.
The big summer that pops into my head was summer of 2001, which was the year I graduated high school, which is already making me feel old because I'm sure you guys were way past that. But it was
I was a freshman. Yeah.
It was 2001. It was when I graduated high school. And, you always see movies like American Pie where they talk about the last summer where everybody goes away. And none of my friends were really going away per se. But we still kind of treated it like it was going to be the last summer. So we did so many things. To me, one of the biggest memories I have was that the day after I graduated high school, we went to see Blink-182 and Newfound Glory at the PNC Bank Arts Center, which is still they're still two of my favorite bands today. So it's something that, had I thought that, in 2001 that I'd be seeing Newfound Glory again in 2021, hell no, probably not. But here we are.
And that's a great venue. I love PNC.
Yeah, man. It is. And, there was a lot of things that summer that we just really made the best of. We had Six Flags season passes, which,
nice.
If you're in New Jersey, Six Flags, you have to go. I mean, that's kind of the rule, unwritten rule. And
oh yeah,
I live in Orlando. So you would think that I would sit here every day and be like, well, forget about Six Flags. But to be honest, I miss it. Like I think about Six Flags a lot because, as much as I love Disney and Universal, they don't really have a whole lot in the way of crazy ass roller coasters.
And that's their specialty. Yeah.
So the first time I came to Disney, we talked about it during the Disney episode, I was a little disappointed because it wasn't thrill rides. To me, I grew up on thrill rides. So when I think back to
I remember you saying that. Yeah.
I remember 2001. I remember it fondly as the summer of going to theme parks and the summer of concerts. And, I tried to keep that tradition alive over the years, but nothing I think will ever compare to that first year out of high school when it was just like I said, like American Pie. They treated it like it was the last time they'd ever see each other, even though we knew it wasn't, but we lived it up.
Right.
So.
Nice.
Yeah.
What about you?
I don't know. I can't think of anything fantastical. Maybe because here's the thing. As a kid, I lived in Florida. And so it was whatever all the time, hot. We had Universal passes. I was going there all the time. So I don't really have a summer that I remember that it was fantastic for me as a kid. I have a lot of childhood trauma, so I remember that shit more than the fun stuff. So I can't really remember anything. I've had a better life as an adult. So
we're gonna skip over you when we talk about childhoods from now on.
Yeah.
Because I remember the Halloween episode was one of the most depressing stories I've ever heard in my life. And yeah,
coming up on a mental health issue.
We're gonna dive into Amada's childhood and find out why she is the way she is.
Oh, great!
So, on that positive note,
on to you, Tom.
Yeah, mine. As much as I say I hate summer, and it's genuinely just because of the weather that I hate it. There have been a lot of fun summer. No, it is. It really is. It's a lot easier for me to like bundle up and get warm outside when it's cooler out than it is when it's hot out. And like, I can only take off so many things before it's like public exposure and decent exposure, whatever. But no, there were some good ones. Like two that stick out to me though. No, there's three. It's gonna be a quick run through of them. 2004, when I graduated high school, I went to Italy for my senior trip.
Dope.
Which was really cool. Yeah. That was still to this day one of the best trips I've ever been on in my life. A lot of fun. And then actually summer 2007, when I was working at Best Buy with you, Dan, that was a really fun summer. And yeah, it was awesome. And it actually includes a PNC concert as well. I went to go to Project Revolution. And
I was
that
there.
year,
I was there.
It was Linkin Park and My Chemical Romance headlining. So and we had awesome seats. It was really, really cool.
And
so that was a cool summer.
So my one of my favorite bands of all time, kind of forgotten from the emo era, was Funeral for a Friend, and they opened. Show. And they were they. And
I think Taking Back Sunday was there too.
They might have been. Yeah, they were actually.
I'm pretty sure they were. Yeah. It was and like Medina Lake, that band, and someone else, I forget. Yeah, so it was awesome. Awesome concert.
Lineup. Amada, what the fuck are you talking about? And it's like, it's all right.
No, I know who you're talking about.
You know Medina Lake?
You know Linkin Park and My
Yeah.
You know Medina Lake?
No, not that one, but the other ones. Taking Back Sunday, My Chemical Romance, I was gonna say, all that.
If you knew Medina Lake and not McGregor, I was like, come on. But yeah, so that was a cool one. And then summer 2013 started off great, and then it ended terribly and ruined my life for a good chunk of years. But
past that.
Started off cool.
I'll be honest.
It started off cool.
My summer 2013 started the downfall of my life as well. But anyway,
yeah, it was a shit. By the end of it, it was a complete shit show. But it started off cool because it was this first summer I moved out on my own. So I partied up, and that caught up to me real quick. But yeah, so but that'll be on my part of the mental health episode. But
in summer of 2013. So the spring of 2013, I met this beautiful lady to my left. And I also met somebody else who I started hanging out with in summer of 2013.
I'm sorry. I'm looking at it from my perspective on the Zoom, and you're on top next to me. And you just pointed at your window, and I was like, is there someone standing outside of the car?
This beautiful woman over here. Well, so
I had her waiting outside the car this whole time. So she's going to come into the air conditioning now.
So I met my now ex-wife in 2013, in the summer of 2013. And that's so our summer of 2013 started great and ended up fucking up our lives, but it's okay.
But without that, we wouldn't be here right now because you two wouldn't have met. So
true.
That summer actually was the birth of 3-Course Meal too.
That was.
So there was positives out of that.
There are.
I hope that you laugh that you met your ex-wife on your divorce party cruise.
Absolutely.
Because that's a fabulous story to tell.
It is. I think we went there.
Yeah.
We've been there. Down that road.
We've been there.
Yeah, we've been there. Yeah. But yeah, so I know Amada, you already went to Disney, so you've had a fun-filled summer already, but do you have other plans this summer?
Yeah, I think we're going to try to go to Cedar Point
Okay.
Before the kids go back to school and party. And since we've traveled, I just want to keep going places. Like, I want to live life. Like, I haven't traveled, and the only places I've traveled in like the last 5 years is fucking Florida. No offense. I don't want to go to Florida anymore. I mean, I went to New York, but like, that was not,
you got to go somewhere like you never been.
Somewhere I haven't been. Exactly. So
like Utah.
I want to do that.
Do you feel like you want to do all this because of your childhood?
Yes. No, because I
no, you just want to see the world. Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
I get it.
I forgot what it was like to like see other things.
Yeah. Well, especially after COVID and shit. Yeah.
So
I get it.
I want to keep doing it.
I don't really have many plans. I honestly, my biggest, I'm not kidding. The thing I'm like most looking forward to is this little fucker's birthday in next month.
Yeah.
So you gonna have a party?
I am. I'm going to have a party for him. He deserves it. I fucking love him.
Wait, when's his birthday?
Because like his birthday is August 29th.
Oh, when's the party?
Right at the end. I'll probably do it that day. Actually, what day of the week is that? I didn't even look at that. It's a Sunday. I could do it on a Saturday though.
So just so you know, I'm coming up for Labor Day weekend. I know you'll be gone by then, but what if I come up the week before? Can I celebrate with Zach?
Of course you can.
All right.
You'll be
All are welcome.
by then.
All are welcome. Yeah.
It's me.
Not like that.
Sneaky Sal.
Is he crawling on the floor in his undies?
No.
I was gonna say, turn the camera if he is. We'll get the sequel.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on.
Let him out.
I think he's trying to tell me something.
So I guess I'll go.
I think you can.
So my summer.
Yeah. Sorry.
No, it's all right. My summer. I don't have a whole lot going on. I'm doing a lot. So this is what I call the reboot of me. So, I've been through a lot the last couple of years. It's been kind of a crazy couple of years, and I don't like to keep living the past because my past has been a little spotty. So it's Amada finds that funny. She's laughing at me.
Not you. It's not you.
She knows what I've been through. She still teases me about it.
It's not you.
She's like, yeah, no, it's all right. I get it.
You. Just sneaky Sal scared the shit out of me.
Yeah. No. But anyway.
Sorry, keep going.
Amada finds comedy in my misery, and
no, it's not you. It's not you. It's me. I promise.
It's all right. We laugh at your horrible childhood, so it's okay.
Yeah, that's true.
It's true. We laugh at each other. Keep going. Sorry.
So
I'm going to shut up now.
I'm kind of restarting my life, and what I mean by that is I just started a new job. I sold my home. I'm moving to a new place. I got a new car. I'm really kind of moving in a whole new direction where, next month, anything that really connected me to that past is gone. And I'm really excited about that.
It's awesome.
I'm
it's a great feeling, isn't it?
It is. I will be up in New Jersey for Labor Day, which is technically still, nice. Summer. I know Tom will not be there. Tom will be in Los Angeles.
I might be. I might. We'll see. I might be.
Where are you going?
I don't know. There was talk of a Vegas trip.
Okay.
I might be here actually. We'll see. Well, I'll let you guys know.
In that case, Amada's coming out, and we're gonna take pictures.
Yeah.
So you want to sell shampoo yet, or
once I sell this house, man. Once that clears, I'll have all. I have no obligations. I have no obligations. I started a job.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go into too much detail about it because I'm not trying to be a corporate shill at a place I've been for 3 days. No. But it is a place that is a lot more inclusive. A lot of you guys know that I worked for a place that rhymes with Famazon for 6 years, and it really kind of crushed my soul a little bit. And you hear those stories about how working conditions, and I never got into that. I never had to piss in a bottle or anything, but it was, there is a lot of expectations. There's a lot of pressure, a lot of things. And to me, the thing that I realized looking back is that it created kind of a culture of people not wanting to work together. Everybody was so worried about, I want to get promoted. I want to do this, that people didn't work as a team. And this new place, very similar to the Best Buy that me and Tom worked at, back in 2007 at Best Buy, you felt like you were. And I know that whole cliche of working with a family, but you literally felt like you came to work with these people, and it was like, it was the closest feeling I ever had to like having a family at work. This is very similar.
I still talk to a lot of people from there.
Me too.
I mean, even Jamoy, my best friend, we still hang out all the time. Bishoy, I don't remember Bishoy.
Yeah, Bishoy.
He just hit me up on Facebook.
Me too. He made me up yesterday.
Yeah, he's back in Jersey. Yeah,
but I met, and I can give the shout out on here, but obviously, I think you guys know of Chuck. Chuck's one of my best friends. I don't know if Amada ever met. I probably never met him but he's one of my best friends, and we've still been cool through that. And Corey, and I've even been talking to Terry Grooms. Remember Terry Grooms? Like me and him have been.
I do.
Talking,
yeah.
And it's like that whole crew was tight knit, and that's kind of the environment I'm going back to.
Place to work.
Amazon. I'm not gonna lie. Amazon did pay well. They paid very well, but to me, it wasn't Schmammershon. Wasn't worth the stress. Like to me, I'd rather not drive a fancy car or not live in a fancy house, but at least have time with my family and be able to,
just be happy.
Be happy and do this show. Had I still been at Amazon, this would have never happened. I would have never had the time to do it. I would have never had the drive to do it. I would have never had the passion to do it. And leaving Amazon kind of drove me in a direction where I said I want to do things that I love, and one of those things is the show. So I'm glad that I'm glad that I worked there. I'm glad that it happened because it taught me some valuable lessons that I'm kind of taking on to this summer and beyond.
So that's summer. But yeah, so it was nice to dip our feet back in the 3-course meal pool. Mm-hmm. I'm glad we're back. I really am. Next week. Oh no, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say it's we kind of held off on doing the game show. We're holding off on that for a little bit. Yeah. We're gonna get back into this because I think this gave us an opportunity to just kind of be ourselves again and get our personality back. And, I think what makes this show different than others is our chemistry as the three of us. We're just talking. We're literally, the amount of scripting that we do.
There's no script here.
Is usually like a 5-minute text conversation. Tom will send out a guideline that me and Amada don't even really look at that much. And then what we'll do is we'll move on and we'll just talk for an hour. And then I'm happy. I missed this. Yeah. So thank you guys.
I did too. And so next week we're going to talk about Amada's childhood. No, I'm kidding. So next week we're going to have our boy Chris, who is working on the Marvel universe, and we got a lot of shit to talk about next week with him. I know you guys were not on the Loki train like I was.
I want to be though.
But I think it's big, and the finale today was fucking mind blowing, and more than Falcon and Winter Soldier, more than WandaVision, literally is impacting everything that is about to happen now in the Marvel universe. God. So like it's big, and it's the first one to really stick the landing. Like it was like mind blowing, and
oh my god,
it's awesome, and I can't wait to even just as a fan pick Chris's head, and then as a dick try and get him to spill secrets. But I'm just kidding. We're not trying to get him to lose his job, but it'll be cool to kind of talk about what has happened that he knows maybe some about, and what's coming that he can kind of share a little bit about. Yeah. So that'll be fun next week. I'm looking forward to that.
Me too.
On a side Disney note, Disney Plus note, Monsters Inc. came out with a show. Yeah. It's so cute. I love it.
I've been meaning to watch it. Monsters at Work, it's called.
Yes, I love it.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Yeah, I definitely want to watch that. It's got the.
If you're a fan, it's got the originals in it.
Yeah, Mike and Sully.
Mm-hmm.
I was about to call them Scully.
Are they voiced by Billy Crystal and
Yeah.
John Goodman?
It's them.
John Goodman, yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Really? Okay. I'm gonna check it out.
Really?
Yeah.
So what
that's why I want to watch it.
what I've been watching, I don't know if you guys got to check it out. Have you watched This Is Pop on Netflix?
No.
I watched the trailer, but I didn't get to watch it.
So
yeah, me too. Because I was
awesome-
like, oh, I'll watch it when it comes out.
So there's a lot of cool stuff on there. And obviously it's kind of talking about the history of pop music, but that dives into some specific topics. My two favorite episodes, there was one about autotune, which kind of talked, and T-Pain was featured in it.
T-Pain, yeah.
Talked a lot about how, he had to overcome this almost like a typecasting that he actually had a voice and he could sing, but he used that as not as an effect, or used as an effect, not as a crutch. Autotune was designed to make him sound different. And Usher actually came up to him and told him, "How do you feel that you ruined music?" And he went into a depression. He went into
He woke
depression.
him up to tell him this.
Yeah.
And there was a quote from him in that I, really, I was like, wow, I never thought about it like that. It was something like, he said afterwards he realized people were like, oh, you can really sing. And he was like, oh, that's cool that they respect that. I can sing. But then he realized I forget, I can't even do it justice. I forget what he said.
He literally,
it was something, he realized the two sides of the coin. And I never even thought of it from that way. And I was like, damn, poor T-Pain.
They realized it. So I don't know if you guys saw, he won the Masked Singer one year and he won the contest. And that's when people realized that he was a good singer. And then the other one that was really kind of eye-opening to me.
I am ashamed.
About what are you ashamed of?
That when I saw him on The Masked Singer, that I didn't recognize his voice immediately because he came out singing Queen, and I just didn't recognize his voice.
Damn. Okay.
And I'm embarrassed that I didn't, because that's my dude. I love him.
T-Pain
yeah, but that's the thing. Nobody really knew his real voice. Yeah. So it's not, I wouldn't have known.
Well,
I'm not gonna lie though, I did hate the auto-tune songs. I really did.
That's all of his songs.
I hated them.
T-Pain and I'm on
You're
a boat
a hater,
was
that's what I do.
Life-changing for me. I'm on a boat was a life-changing song for me. So I
okay, that's fair.
But the other episode that really got me, which was really awesome, was the one about country music. And the reason the country one, I'm not huge into country music, but they actually kind of compare it to the world of professional wrestling, which me and Tom are all about, and how there's a thing in professional wrestling called kayfabe, and what it is, it's kind of the illusion that everything's real. So in the past, back when wrestling, when people thought wrestling was real, the good guys couldn't ride in cars with the bad guys, and that's kind of the same concept in country music. These girls weren't allowed to ride with guys in the car because they were so heartbroken that they weren't allowed to be seen with men. And they had to keep up the illusion in Nashville that this was their real life, because they were afraid that if it got out that they weren't, that they were faking, that they would lose all their credibility. And it's really kind of startling if you watch this, the lengths that people would go to protect that illusion of heartbreak, or the illusion that whatever they were deciding in country music. And it's a really cool, This Is Pop. I think it's eight episodes. Every one of them,
I gotta check it out.
And it's not it's not just a I love the 80s kind of music documentary. It's literally they go into some pretty deep stuff. So you definitely should check it out.
Definitely
I'll check it out. Two things. One, I don't know. I can't remember if we talked about this or not. I feel like it might have been around when we were still doing the podcast, but it might have been after. The Last Blockbuster documentary
I think
was
it was
fucking amazing. Yeah, that one was really cool. I loved it. And then it's not out yet, but the next season of The Movies That Made Us is coming out. And there's some I think they're doing Back to the Future, Jurassic Park.
Oh,
and yeah, I know you're a big Jurassic Park fan. And I forget what the other one was. I can't remember right now. But yeah, it looks like some good stuff on there. And I'm a big Back to the Future fan, so I'm definitely going to be watching that.
I hope you saw this, Amada. I don't know if you saw this either. The guy, Brian Volk-Weiss, the guy that does the Movies That Made Us and the game Toys That Made Us and all that, is producing with The Rock a series of short documentaries about rides at Disney World. And it's coming out.
Oh, that's him too?
It's coming out on Disney Plus.
I I knew about it, and I just saw today that The Rock was part of it, and I was like, "What? That's random." But
I'm excited for that.
yeah, I'm excited for that too. Yeah, for sure.
The other thing I'm looking forward to, I haven't watched it yet. It's out now, but it's on demand, so I haven't paid for it yet. But it's a movie called Closed for Storm. Now, you guys might know that I am obsessed with abandoned things, in particular abandoned theme parks. I've always been abandoned women. Obsessed.
I'm sorry.
But anyway.
Mada's on fucking fire tonight.
She is.
All right.
Abandoned theme parks has always been something that I've always, even when I was in a band, I wanted to shoot like our album covers in abandoned theme parks. I don't know what it is about them. I just think it's really cool when there's a theme park that stays together and like nature reclaims it. So there's like vines running.
Yeah. It's freaky.
So
I like it too.
In New Orleans, in the eastern part of New Orleans, there was a Six Flags that opened like 1990 or not even, I think it was like 2002. It was a brand new theme park.
Katrina shut it down.
And there's this company called Blue Sky Films, I believe it is, and they do all kinds of documentaries about abandoned things. And they made a full feature-length movie documentary about the New Orleans theme park. And It
hasn't come out yet?
No, it just came out like last week. It's on demand now. So I'm
on what platform?
To watch it.
I'm feeling we maybe should do like an episode on this kind of stuff.
Yeah. I think it's on.
I think we should.
I think it's Apple TV Plus. I think it's Apple TV Plus is the main platform, but I think you can get it anywhere. Yeah. Yeah,
I would watch that because I like that kind of stuff too. Because there was like, I'm not going to go deep into it, but Dan, you probably heard of it. Remember? Do you ever hear Jungle Habitat in Jersey?
Yes.
It was like the safari of Six Flags, but it wasn't Six Flags. It was like up in North Jersey, and like it got abandoned, and people were like, they said they just left the animals there, and like it's crazy. But yeah, that would be a cool thing to like dive into one day.
Yeah,
I'd be down with that.
Yeah, touch on that.
Yeah,
but
even Disney has like the River Country shit. Like that's all.
Me and Sarah tried to sneak into River Country on our honeymoon, and we got.
Did you get caught?
We got stopped before we got there, and they told us if we went any further, we'd be banned for life. So we didn't go.
Oh damn!
But
Oh shit.
Maybe
I think we could explore that.
But anyway, this was good. This was awesome. Like I love it because we basically talked for a little over an hour or close to an hour, and we really didn't. Yeah. I don't even think there's much to edit. We just kind of flowed. So I was happy to see you guys, happy to spend the time with you, and I'm just happy to be back.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And we got a lot of good stuff coming. So we'll be back next week with Chris, like we said. So listen again. Thank you for listening again.
Like, subscribe.
Rate us. Yeah, rate, review, all that shit.
This marks the completion of this week's 3-course meal pants optional podcast. Please give us a review and subscribe over at Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever else you get your podcasts. We look forward to seeing you next Friday for more fun and debauchery. This is the end. Or is it?
Amada's like...
Amada, what are you
taking
doing?
us back to the saw basement.
What the fuck is happening right now?
The saw basement.
And it sounds like you're in a basement. Are you going in a basement?
I want to play.
Does it?
Or it looks like fucking Blair Witch. You look like,
bro. That was.
Can you do
scary.
a close up and say I'm so scared?
That was. I'm so scared. I'm so scared.
Oh man, there's my COVID.